Snacks meals in the building.
I wasn't even thinking about me being on the show. I wanted to produce something for them.
Cool celebrity. Like if I went to the mall and stuff, people are like, oh.
The thing was, I didn't even know that anybody ever thought I was ugly.
We look like twins almost.
Okay.
She really wouldn't be
Covering any more subjects related. So that's why you got the raw reaction. This is pathetic. It's pathetic. Welcome back to the Sweet Pea Diaries. It's your girl Sweet Pea, and I am back with another video. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back to my channel. Excuse me. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome to the Sweet Pea Diaries. Be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Can you guys see and hear? Because I'm getting ready to address somebody in this chat before I kick them out. Let me know if you guys can hear and you can see before I kick this person out real quick. We get ready to get rid of the mess just because we ain't going there. So guys, let me know if you can hear and if you can see. Mods, let me know if you guys can hear and see. As far as the lag, there's not anything I can do about that. That is YouTube. That is, once you play it back, it doesn't lag. So that's just the recording equipment and the program. So there's not really much that we can do about that. So Daryl, as far as saying that I am not on time, never on time. I'm a mother. I work. I have a career. I have a lot going on in my life. So if I'm late, excuse me, but nobody's worried about me being late. If you got time on your hands, I'm sorry, but I'm on time for work. I'm on time for, you know, things that are important that, you know, I get paid from and that I'm responsible for. But for doing a YouTube video for entertainment, I'm sorry if I'm not on time, but a lot of things go on in my life. I'm a responsible person. I have things going on. So if I am wasting your time and if it's, you know, you got other places to be, please feel free to do that. Don't wait on me. You know what I'm saying? So, like, please miss me with the BS. Okay. This is a video about, you know, you can already tell that it's some mess. You know what I'm saying? People that are dead are being sued. And this man talking about you ain't never on time. Honey, we on time. We are colored people time. We running on colored people time. We might not be on time, but when we show up, we on time. So yes, I am not on time because I be working, honey. I work today, and it is 11:20 p.m. where I am at. I don't know what time zone you're in, but it is 11:20 where I'm at, and I'm still coming through to do the video for you guys because I am committed. So I'm sorry. I know that, you know, sometimes I set the video for a certain time, but I had pushed it back. I did say 10:30, but then I pushed it to 11, and when I went to go live just now, there was something wrong, so I had to delete it and start it over. So, do you want to stay, Daryl? So, let's see who's in the chat. Hey, guys. You guys are here. Life with the Leonard family, Vanderveer, Beastmaster, Roja B, Carolyn Marie, Mrs. Jordan, and that Mr. Daryl. Okay. Bonita Bocasas, Monica, Alice, and my mod, Cocoa Butter Barbie. My mods are in the building. So, you guys, I already know this is, let me tell you, the same thing that you're thinking, I was thinking when I ran across this lawsuit. I was doing my updates. Usually, you know what I do? I usually go on to the court website and look up if there's been any updates with Tasha K and Cardi B. I look up if there's been any updates with Kenny and, you know, their case, Nicki Minaj and Jen. And so, you know, some told me, put in Onika Mirage. So I put in Miss Onika Mirage in the search. And lo and behold, I yielded this information. And I said, Lord. And I said, Lord, what is it giving? What is it giving? Why did this pop up? So it seems that there was a gentleman, I guess he was locked up in the state of Florida, Lake City, Florida. He was locked up in a correctional facility, and he brought a lawsuit against multiple celebrities. And it was like, you know, these celebrities are people that are, a couple of them, you know, Bruce Lee, he is deceased. Kim Kardashian, Jay-Z, Jet Li, Nicki Minaj, and Kanye West. These are the defendants that are named in this lawsuit. And this man is alleging some pretty serious accusations. This lawsuit was filed back in 2019. Okay, so we're going to get into that case. We're going to look at the documents, and then I will give you my commentary. Child, I said, wait a minute. How can you sue someone that is... Now, what the hell did Bruce Lee... Bruce Lee is... Whoa! Bruce Lee is my man's in them. I said, what did Bruce do? What did Bruce do? Now, I could see Kanye. But Bruce, I can see Kanye and Kim maybe doing some type of spell. This man said they crept in my cell at night in their dark robes. I know it was them. I felt they funky spirits. I know it was them. They did some voodoo magic on me. Now, I could see. But Bruce Lee, come on. Bruce Lee, what is it giving? What was Bruce Lee doing in the jail? What was Bruce Lee doing creeping in the jail? So, let's take a look at these court documents and let's see what it is giving. So, this case was brought against Onika Tanya Mirage, Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Kim Kardashian, Sean Carter, and Kanye West. The plaintiff is Jean-Pierre Martin Francis. At the time, he was in the Columbia Correctional Institution in Lake City, Florida. This was filed in February of 2019. Okay, this was right before the outbreak of COVID. So I don't know if his brain, it was something, if that COVID, if that virus got in those brain cells, because this was right before the outbreak of COVID. I don't know, he something, it was giving, he got delirious. He wanted to try to find a way, to get up out of there, to go be having a reason to go to court, having a reason to have something to do during the day. But this man said, I want to sue Onika, Tanya, Minaj, Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Kim Kardashian, Sean Carter, and Kanye West. Okay? Now, apparently, when someone is incarcerated, even if they are incarcerated, they are allowed to file charges against someone, to file a lawsuit against someone. You are allowed to allege that someone has done you harm, and they have to take you down to the courthouse and allow you to file. If you don't got no money, any of that, they still have to allow you to file your lawsuit, because this man didn't have any money. He didn't have a dime. Okay? He said he don't got nothing. He don't got nothing. So he still has to be allowed to sue. So this paperwork right here is an application to proceed in district court without having to prepay the fees or the costs. All right? Because he is in jail and he does not have any income. So he signed this form that he wants to be able to proceed without having to prepay any fees or costs. He has nothing. They ask, what amount of money do you have in cash or a savings account? He says 0. He says any automobile, real estate, stocks, bonds, security. He says nothing. I have nothing. Any house, transportation, utilities, or loan payments. None. He says names, or if anybody under the 18 or of all persons who are dependent on you for support, the relationship with each person, and how much you contribute to their support. He says, N.A., nobody. I am poor, indigent. My name is Jean-Pierre Martin Francis. I am a nobody. I'm poor, I'm indigent. Nobody. I am poor, indigent. Any debts or financial obligations? He says none. I have none. Now, I said, when he went down there to this courthouse, I know these people looked at this man and said, are you serious? But because the way our legal system is set up, even if it's giving, okay, this is a waste of time, they still have to go through the processes. They still got to treat it as though it is a legal case. It is a legitimate claim, and they have to allow him due process. They got to allow him his time to file until they get before the judge, and the judge decides whether it's going to be, a legal case and he's going to be able to proceed. But anything going up to that point, they got to go through the motions. So the people, the correctional officers, they had to go on down there, take him out the cell, take him down to the courthouse, allow him to file his paperwork. Okay? So now this form is the amount that it actually costs to file this complaint. So it was an amount of $350. And he was signing the agreement that he would be paying that $350 from his commissary, his account on the books. If he make any money, pull it from there. I understand that by signing and returning this notice to the court, the entire court filing fee of $350 will be paid in installments by automatic deductions from my prison trust fund account, even if my case is dismissed. So it's giving, even if the court decided that you could not go forward with this case, if it was frivolous and dismissed, you still got to pay us, run us our $350, Jean-Pierre. We don't give a fuck about you being indigenous or ain't nobody. We don't care. We don't care about you being a nobody. I'm nobody. I'm nobody. I'm a nobody. I'm an indigent. They said we don't give a fuck. We want our $350. I don't know how you going to give it to us, but we going to deduct it from your little 10 cents a day. We want our money. Run us our shit. So, now, his complaint. Let's get into what he actually was suing these people for. So, defendant number 1 is Onika Tanya Mirage. She is a rapper, singer, musician, and artist. Her address, New York. Bruce Lee. Now, this is this man's handwriting. This was filled out by Jean-Pierre. This is his handwriting. So we already see that it is really, it's just, he just write, bitch. He writing this shit, okay? He writing. He writing, okay? He writing. He said Bruce Lee is a martial artist, a teacher, instructor. Where does he live? He lives in China or Hong Kong, most likely in Beijing. I thought Bruce Lee was dead, but I guess maybe he's trying to say that's where his coffin, his grave, that's where he's buried. I thought he was buried in the United States. I don't know. But he said that Bruce Lee is most likely living in motherfucking Beijing. He's most likely over there, all right? China, Hong Kong, most likely in Beijing. You want to find him? You want to look for him? He is most likely, his ass is in Beijing. Okay, most likely. You want to look for him, go over there and find him. He's in Beijing. Jet Li is an actor and an artist, and he lives in China. Kim Kardashian, she's an actress, reality television star, celebrity. She lives in Hollywood, California. Sean Carter, he's a rapper. He is the CEO of Rockefeller Oil Incorporated. Actor, artist, he's in Brooklyn, New York. Now, what struck, this was the funniest shit I've ever seen. He is obviously back in the, he's still back in the 2000s when Jay-Z was calling himself Sean Carter. But he said that this man is CEO of Rockefeller Oil Incorporated. He is mixing Sean Carter with the Rockefellers. All right? Now, I didn't know the Rockefellers, they owned oil. But he said that Jay-Z is CEO of Rockefeller Oil Company. Child, Nichelle Poindexter, Bruce Lee is dead. Bruce Lee is not living. Bruce Lee is deceased. Bruce Lee is deceased. So Sean Carter, we now have been made aware by Jean-Pierre that Sean Carter is a Rockefeller oil mogul. He is an oil tycoon. Okay? So where did the events giving rise to your claim occur? He said it happened in the United States of America, all over. And in India, Africa, Egypt, China, Hong Kong, and Singapore. All right? They had his ass all over the place. He was in the United States. He was in India, Africa, Egypt, China, Hong Kong, and Singapore. When did the events occur? It occurred on May 23rd, 2015. On that day, they had took his ass on a private jet. They had him all over America. Then they went to India. Then they went to Africa. Then they went to Egypt, China, Hong Kong, and Singapore. On May 23rd, 2015. So they said, what happened? He said, I really cannot too much remember, nor can I recollect my memory of all the events, because every time I was violated and injured, I was always unconscious and put into a coma for months. Yeah, months at a time. But I do know that there were some comments, and they were very rude, cruel, and unusual statements that were made by everyone around me, and all the defenders too. I went to the hospital, and I really had to recuperate and rehabilitate my thoughts, along with purifying my thinking, so as to fully and completely rejuvenate myself and relax my mind to put myself at ease. Doctor said that I was experiencing a lot of pain. My pains that are different from each other, and that there was so much distress to me, mentally and physically, so much that I was slightly traumatized. And that played a major factor on my psyche, mentally and psychologically. So now I need medical and psychiatric medicine. And I need medications to help keep me stable and somewhat functionable. Yes, like I said above, I was damaged mentally and physically. My mind, my psyche was traumatized, bruised, brutalized, tortured, terrorized, and put into much fright and fear. So yes, I do have nightmares to myself that are not cool. No, they not cool. He actually put, no, N-A-W. No, not cool at all. It's not cool at all. Not cool at all. I said at least he know he needs medication, okay? At least this man understands that he needs meds. At least he realizes it. Carolyn said, so he needs some good meds. Yeah, he needs the good shit, okay? He needs Thorazine, he needs Adderall, he needs something to calm his ass down. He said he in jail, I want to get high. So let me think of a way to get me some drugs. I'm crazy. Kim Kardashian came in my cell. She tortured me with Kanye. They came and they grabbed me. They put me in my jet and they took me all over the world. Let me get some meds. I'm going to tell these people anything so I can get some dope. I need some drugs. I can't be locked up. But you know, I've heard from people that are locked up that there are people that do things like this, that they try to pretend that they are mentally unstable so that they can be given medication so that they can sleep and be high and nod off their time because they don't want to, they can't deal with life on life terms by being locked up. You know, you go from being outside every day, living your life every day, to being locked up, being in jail. You know, don't nobody want to be the fuck locked up and being around criminals, being around people that's used to being in jail. You might not, this man from Africa, wherever the hell he's from, he like, I don't want to be locked up. I need to get high. So let me tell these people any motherfucking thing so I can get some meds, because he is specific that he needs medications. He said, yes, I need medications to help keep me stable and somewhat functional. Yes, like I said above, I was damaged mentally and physically. My mind, my psyche was traumatized, bruised, brutalized, tortured, terrorized, and put into much fright and fear. So yes, I do have nightmares to myself that are not cool. No, not cool at all. But I try to adjust to them and deal with them the best way that I can. I need medical and psychiatric medicine and medications. He said, I need medical and psychiatric medicine and medications. I need medicine and medications. I need a bunch of shit. I don't need just medicine. I need medicine and medications. Because that's two different things. Medicine is different from medications. Okay? If you didn't know that. Yeah. I need medicine and medications. I need the medicines and the medications. In case you did not know, I need the medicines and the medications. I need the medicines and the medications. I need a whole lot of therapy, therapeutic sessions, counseling, and relaxation. I need a whole lot of therapy, therapeutic sessions, counseling, and relaxation. He said he needs relaxation. I have to see doctors every week sometimes 3-4 times a week. Medical and mental psyche health doctors. So what relief are you seeking, sir? What do you want from these people? He said, I want $100 million from each and every defendant that I have listed above. I want $100 million from each and every defendant. I want $100 million from each and every defendant that I have listed up above. Freedom, peace, love, life, balance, and harmony too included. I want that. I want you to give me freedom, peace, love, life, balance, and harmony. Give me energy, strength, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, loyalty, faith, trust, hope, salvation, truth, proof, evidence, facts, bliss, ecstasy, delight, happiness, and joy. Business just as much so as pleasure too. Money, funds, finances, financial insurance, support, and help for the rest of my life. I need all that, Judge. I want Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Kim Kardashian, and Kanye West to each give me $100 million apiece, and I want them to give me freedom, peace, love, life, balance, harmony, energy, strength, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, understanding, loyalty, faith, trust, hope, salvation, truth, proof, evidence, facts, bliss, ecstasy, delight, happiness, and joy. I want all that shit from them, and they better run me my shit. They better run me my motherfucking energy, strength, and intelligence, goddammit. Run me my money. Run me my financial insurance and support for life. Run me my freedom, my peace, love, and happiness. Run me my shit now, Nicki Minaj. Jet Li, run me my happiness and joy, damn it. Jay-Z, run me that ecstasy, because I know you got some of that shit put up in Rockefeller Oil Incorporated. I know you got some ecstasy stash in Rockefeller Oil Incorporated, and I want my shit. I want my shit now. Run me my shit. I know you got it. I know you got it. Matter of fact, let me call my cousin Shaq. Let me call my cousin Shaq Kibbe. Let me call my cousin Shaq Kibbe. Let me call him. I'm going to make a collect call, and I want to call Shaq Kibbe. Let me call my cousin Shaq. Let me call him. I'm calling him now. I'm calling him. Bring. Hello? 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 Who the hell is this? This ain't Jean-Pierre. Shut this your goddamn cousin again on the motherfucking phone. I done told this bitch to stop motherfucking calling. We already dealing with motherfucking Cardi B. We don't need no more motherfucking lawsuits. We don't need it. Sean said, come through, TK. I done told you. Now what the fuck? What you talking about? What you talking about? What your ass talking about now? Cause I done already told you. They ain't motherfucking traumatized your ass. They ain't traumatized your ass. They ain't traumatized you. Shit! Get your ass down here and get to this motherfucking phone. Right the fuck now. I'm tired of him calling here with this shit. Oh, Tasha. Give me the phone. Don't do this to my family. Don't do this to my family. Just because you're in with Cardi B, don't do this to my family. They have a right to call me. Don't do this to my family. They have a right. They have a right to call me. Just because your ass is in a lawsuit with Cardi B does not mean you have to diss me, family. He has a right to call me. He has a right to call me. I'm sick of you. Listen at you. This is how you do? You talk to your family? This is how you do because you talk to your family? Because you don't have your family? Because you don't like your mother? I love me, family. What's going on, Sean? What's going on, Sean? What do you need, man? I just want my peace, my health, my freedom. I need some drugs. I'm trying to get the medications. But they won't give me the drugs. The prison, they will not give me the drugs. I'm trying to get the medications. I did what you told me to do. Listen, I told you, Tasha told me, she told me what to tell you to do. You have to make up a story. You have to say that you are ill. You have to make up a story. You have to make it so believable that they will believe you. You have to make it up. I told you. But you cannot say you want $1 million. They're not going to give you $1 million. They're not going to give you $1 million. And you talk about harmony, peace, energy, strength, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You cannot talk to them about those things. That's not believable. Give me the motherfucker. I told your ass. I told you what the motherfucker do. Your ass was supposed to motherfucker say that you knew what the fuck Nicki Minaj, you knew about Kenny and Nicki Minaj. You knew about that motherfucking case. But your ass went down there and said that they motherfucking tortured your ass. I told you what the fuck to say. I told you to motherfucker say that you knew about the case. That you knew about the goddamn shit that happened in 94. That your ass was there. I told you what the fuck to say to the blogs. But you went down there to the motherfucking correctional. I told you what to say. Your asses don't listen. Shit, you don't even motherfucking listen. I told you how to fill out the motherfucking interrogatories. You went down there and told these people we ain't pay no motherfucking taxes. You and your fucking cousin. Y'all talk too fucking much. He talking about drugs. You talking about no taxes. Y'all fucking everything up. I don't know what the fuck to do with y'all. Tosa, give me that motherfucking phone. Give me that motherfucking phone. I'm sick of you. I told you to leave Cardi B alone, and now look at us. Look at us. We are broke. We have nothing. You're getting ready to lose this lawsuit. You're going to have to pay at least $1 million. At least $1 million. We're going to have to pay at least $1 million. I don't know what we're going to do. So, honey, this is giving very much Sean is related. He's related to Shaq. Shaq is trying to motherfucking tell him that they need $100 million from each and every one of the motherfucking celebrities because they got to pay off their debt. You know what I'm saying? So I brought you ass over to this country. I helped you get over here. You owe me. You owe me, Sean. You owe me. I helped you get over here. I hooked up with Tasha. I don't really love her. I don't really love her. I told you it was just money. It was just a relationship for money. I needed a green card. And I told you, let me get in good first. And I hook you up with one of her sisters. I hook you up. But what do? You go down there and you tell her you get looked up. You get looked up. They're not going to give you $1 million. Fans said better porn than roach stompers, Tasha. But honey, this is unbelievable. This lawsuit, I know when this man was filling this mess out, they were looking at him like, are you serious? Are you serious? So this is actually the memorandum in order. It says plaintiff Jean-Pierre Martin Francis filed this pro se action on February 5th, 2019, while incarcerated at the Columbia Correctional Institution in Lake City, Florida. Plaintiff's request to proceed in forma pauperis as permitted by 28 U.S.C. 1915 is granted solely for the purpose of this order. For the reasons discussed herein, the complaint is dismissed as frivolous pursuant to 28 U.S.C. and for failure to comply with Rule 8 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Standard of review. For a cause of action to proceed, a complaint must plead sufficient facts to state a claim to relief that is plausible on its face, meaning it has to be believable. For you to file a claim, it has to be able to stand on something. At the pleading stage of an action, the court must assume the truth of all well-pleaded non-conclusory factual allegations in the complaint. Recognizing the limited resources and legal knowledge available, the court holds pro se complaints to less stringent standards than pleadings drafted by attorneys and reads pro se complaints liberally as raising the strongest arguments they suggest. Nevertheless, when a district court is satisfied that an in forma pauperis action is frivolous or malicious, fails to state a claim on which relief can be granted, or seeks monetary relief against a defendant who is immune from such relief, the court must dismiss the complaint. An action is frivolous when either the factual contentions are clearly baseless, such as when allegations are the product of delusion or fantasy, or the claim is based on an indisputably meritless legal theory. And I believe all three of those were met. It was frivolous, the factual contentions were baseless, and the allegations were delusional, and it was fantasy, and it was based on meritless legal theory. Additionally, Rule 8 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure provides in a relevant part that a complaint must contain a short and plain statement of the claim showing that the pleader is entitled to relief. Rule 8 ensures that a complaint provides a defendant with sufficient notice of the claims against it. A complaint that is so confused, ambiguous, vague, or otherwise unintelligible that its true substance, if any, is well disguised, fails to comply with Rule 8. When a complaint fails to comply with Rule 8, the district court has the power on motion or to dismiss the complaint. Now, this was the discussion that the legal, the judge and the, attorneys had about this case. Plaintiff brings this action against certain popular actors, rappers, and celebrities, one whom is deceased. The gravamen of plaintiff's complaint is impossible to determine. Where the complaint form directs a plaintiff to state the facts of the action, plaintiff has provided a narrative of random thoughts. I really cannot too much remember, nor can I recollect my memory of all the events, because every time I was violated and injured, I was always unconscious and put into a coma for months, months. But I do know that there were some comments and very rude, cruel, and unusual statements that were made by the defenders. Plaintiff goes on to allege that he was hospitalized to purify his thinking and fully and completely rejuvenate. Plaintiff requests relief in the form of $100 million. He wants freedom, peace, love, life, balance, and harmony too included. An action is frivolous if it lacks an arguable basis in the law or fact, where it is based on an undisputably meritless legal theory or presents factual contentions which are clearly baseless. A finding of factual frivolousness is appropriate when the facts alleged rise to the level of the irrational or the wholly incredible, whether or not there are judicially noticeable facts available to contradict them. Here, the plaintiff's allegations are plainly irrational and provide the named defendants with no fair notice of the claims against them. Accordingly, the complaint must be dismissed as frivolous. Conclusion. The complaint is devoid of any basis in law or fact and fails to conform with Rule 8 of the Federal Rules of Civil Procedure. Since these defects cannot be cured by amendment, this action is dismissed as frivolous without leave to amend. So you can't even amend this and fix it, make it believable. We don't want to hear it. It is respectfully dismissed. The court has dismissed this respectfully. The clerk of the court is respectfully directed to enter judgment and close this case. And we never, ever, 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 ever want to see your ass in here again. We never, ever, 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 ever want to see your ass in here again. Now, I don't know, where this man got off with this. I really don't know if he really believed that these things were happening to him. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he kept asking for medication, the fact that he wanted to be treated with medicine and medication, he needed the good kind. He needed that medication. I need the meds. I need the meds. Give me the drugs. Give me the drugs. I need a doctor. Please. I need a doctor. I need drugs. I need medications. But because anytime someone files a lawsuit, whether they're locked up, whether they're free or whatever, if it's meritless, if it's frivolous, you still got to go through the proceedings. You still got to go through the motions. So, because that's just the way our court system is set up. You have to allow people their due process. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you wasted our time with this bullshit. We do have people that have really got shit going on, really need, legal assistance, and you got a man that is locked up using government resources, using the state's resources, money, and time for this frivolous shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure they wanted to stop it before it even got started, but because legally he could sue them if they had have not allowed him his legal process, his due process. It's certain forms, it's certain ways that you got to file court proceedings. And if a person alleges that something took place and they want to sue somebody, the jail where he was, they got to honor it. They got to, even if they know he's not right in the mind, even if they know it's giving crazy, they have to acknowledge it. They have to get him out of his cell, take him down to the processing room, and take him to the courthouse. And they got to let it play out. Get to the point where you're in front of the judge and the judge says, no, this is frivolous. We're not entertaining it. No. So, let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Tasha, come get your cousin. If Tasha can sue for $1 million, so can Jean-Pierre. He said, I want $100 million. I want $100 million. Shut! Come get your motherfucking cousin. He is fucking wrecking my brains. You know I got this motherfucking lawsuit. You know I'm trying to fix this shit with Cardi B. Cardi, just call me. Just call me, girl. Just call me. Just call me. I didn't mean to shit, Cardi. I was just motherfucking playing, bitch. I didn't mean to shit, Cardi. I didn't mean it. I was just motherfucking playing. I didn't say herpes B. I said Cardi B. I really did. Nicki, call me, please, Nicki. Nicki, please. You see, I see Jean-Pierre is suing you. I can help you, girl. Please call me. Please, Nicki. I'll sign the NDA. I'll sign it. Just give me another chance. Please. Please, take me back. Take me back. Because we all know that Tasha want to be taken back in with Nicki, honey. She's doing anything to get Nicki's attention. Champion for Nicki Minaj. She want Nicki to take her back so bad. Girl, I will sign the NDA. Please, just take me back. You're not doing Queen Radio. What? What the fuck? Fucking Nicki Minaj. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. So yeah, guys, I ran across this information while I was doing an update. I was looking for if there were any updates on the case with Kenneth and Nicki and Jen, and I came across this shit. I said, well, I'll be got good and damn. I know you motherfucking lying. I know you motherfucking lying. Ain't no way in hell that this can be true. Ain't no way in hell this can be true, but alas, it is. Alas, it is. It's true. It's true. Jean-Pierre, he said, run Mimi. I want my $100 million. I need my money. They took me all over the place. 2015, May 23rd, 2015 was the worst day of my life. They took me all over the place. They took me to Africa, China, Singapore, India, all over the United States. I was all over the place. They said very mean things. They said very bad things. They was talking about Cardi B. They was talking about Cardi B, Tasha. They was talking about Cardi B. They said mean things. They said mean and disgusting things about Cardi B. So yeah. And then I looked to try to see if I could find anything on Google, if anyone had reported on it. Child of blogs, nobody picked this shit up. They said this is a bunch of bullshit. Nobody cares. It's giving. Nobody ever reported on it because I don't think anybody even knew that something like this had happened. I really don't. I don't think anybody knew about it. I don't think the reason why nobody ever said anything about it, I really don't think anybody knew. So, yep, we found it. Nichelle says, girl, you be digging for sure. Sweet Pea, he is going to sue you next for being black and beautiful and speaking. Oh, you're so sweet. But yes, you guys, that's what we found. So I'm interested as always to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the chat what you think about this case. Do you think that the government, do you think we need to amend our legal process? Do you think we need to amend our justice system? Do you think that if a case is frivolous, in cases of something like this, where it's clear that a person has a mental situation going on, they clearly have a mental illness. They clearly are going through some type of mental tragedy. Do you think that they should be evaluated by medical professionals at the jail and cleared at that time and say, no, I'm already letting you know this is a mental episode. This person is having a mental breakdown. They're going through something manic. Don't feed into this. It's not really going to have any legal bearing. Or do you think that we should allow these people to go through the legal process, go through the due process until they get to the judge who is probably going to turn down their lawsuit? because they find it to be frivolous. I mean, he's now out of $350. He gonna have to still pay that $350. You know what I'm saying? He'd still have to pay that $350. And then I wonder, probably by now he's probably released, probably was in there on some petty crimes. I couldn't find his picture. I couldn't find why he was in there. I didn't know. All I saw was this lawsuit and those few little documents. They didn't have his tea, why he was in there, what it was given. But I was just, like, you could clearly tell that the man is having this was something mental. Like, it was a manic situation, schizophrenic, clearly. I mean, he's asking for peace, love, and hair grease in this lawsuit. He's asking for mental stability. He's praying in the lawsuit. His request for relief is a prayer, okay? And you guys allowed this man to go. I can just imagine what he was acting like in person. If this is giving all this shit on the paperwork, we can only imagine what he was acting like in person. He's probably was all over the place, manic, just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes enough is enough. Sometimes we got to nip shit in the bud. And I think that they should have made that decision at the jail. I don't think that they should allow him to go all the way to court. I don't think that they should allow him to fill out any paperwork, especially when you first found out who the defendants were. He told you in the jail that Nicki Minaj, Kanye West, Kim Kardashian, Jet Li, and Bruce Lee violated him. And you allowed him to go down there and fill this shit out. Bruce Lee is dead. Somebody should have intervened at the jail, at the prison. He should have not been able to go forward. So I just think that medically, I don't see any other time. I'm pretty sure medical professionals step in with other things. So I don't think that this was thought out well. I think that maybe it was giving, they found it entertaining and funny, and the correctional officers at the goddamn jail just wanted to have something to do. Like, you know what, we gonna go ahead and go along with this shit. I really don't believe that they really believed this man, that they really actually felt like he had a valid lawsuit. Nicki Minaj, Jet Li, Bruce Lee, Kim Kardashian, huh? And then when you asked him when did this shit occur, it occurred on one day, but you've been violated for months. Like, it just doesn't add up. He's all over the place, clearly. So somebody should have nipped that shit in the bud. It shouldn't have been allowed to go that far. You know what I mean? Waste of time. A waste of time. But I'm wondering, do you think it was fake? Do you think he was faking? Do you think he was faking for medication? I've heard people say that sometimes when people are incarcerated, because they want to do their time, foggy, high, they want some of the good drugs because they want to be able to sleep. They want to be able to nod. They want to be able to do their time that way, especially if they only got a short amount of time. And drop in the chat and let me know if you've heard that before, or in the comments if you're catching the replay. Have you heard that story? Do you know people that's been in jail that said that to you? I've heard that. I've heard people say that sometimes people can't do time. So they want to be high. They want to get the pills. They want that happy juice in order to do that time. And some people come out of jail with mental and medical dependency on that mental medication that they were taking, because they started taking it in jail, really didn't need it, but now once they got out, now they're hooked on it, like the Thorazine, the Seroquels, all those heavy dosage, just really that real hard shit, you know what I'm saying, for people that have severe mental illness. So I've heard that they got hooked on it, and when they got out, they still needed it. So Nichelle said publicity stunt. Who knows? That could have been it too. He might have thought if he name dropped, says some names, maybe they would have picked it up. Somebody, bloggers, news, somebody would have picked it up and he would have got some attention. But honey, they shot that shit down. No mention of this is in the press. No mention of it is anywhere in Google. Nowhere. No one has ever covered a story on it. So he finally got his day in the press right here on the Sweet Pea Diaries. Honey, we only got 9,000 subscribers. We pushing 10. But honey, we heard your story today. We heard the story of Jean-Pierre today right here on the Sweet Pea Diaries. He said Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Nicki Minaj, Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and Sean Carter. Might I add, Sean Carter, Rockefeller Oil Incorporated. Okay? That Sean Carter, that nigga. That one. The one that owned Rockefeller Oil Company. Okay? His ass. That one. He violated him. Had his ass all over the place. All over the place. All over the United States, India, Egypt, Cairo, all over the goddamn place. And he want his goddamn $1 million. He wants his $1 million. And he want it now. I want it now. I want my $1 million. Jean-Claude wants his $1 million. Jean-Pierre, we want $1 million. We're coming for you. We want $1 million. I want $1 million from each and every one of you. It's 7 of you. That is $700 million. I want $100 million from each and every one of you. That equals $700 million. Run me my $100 million, my peace, my sanity, every motherfucking thing. My trust. Run me my faith. I want my shit. Give me my things now. I want it now. You better be glad I didn't add Cardi B. You better be glad I did not add Cardi B. I didn't add Cardi B, but I was thinking about it. I was thinking about adding Cardi B. So that's all I got, guys. I don't got no more. This has been another edition of the Sweet Pea Diaries. You guys be sure to like this video, share this video, but most importantly, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight. It's 12:11. It is 62 of you guys still here. So on your way out, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Hit that little notification bell if you have not already, so you are notified when we go live. And when the next time I find some goddamn lawsuit from somebody that decides to sue Bruce Lee, and he did. Thank you for joining the Sweet Pea Diaries. I'm out, y'all. Bye.